Hello and welcome. It is time to do my favorite videos of the year. It's time to start filming my curriculum reveal videos for 2025. Today we're going to be focusing on family subjects or group subjects, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to be sharing with you the resources that I have chosen to work on with my kids as a family throughout this year. So keep watching if you're interested. Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Christine, a homeschooling mom of 3 kids. I live in New Zealand and I'm a second generation homeschooler. I was homeschooled myself and loved it. And I am so thankful to have the privilege of doing the same with my own kids. So we're walking into our oh my goodness, try and say that fast. 5th/6th year of homeschooling. It's kind of like 5.5-ish. And I am excited about our family subjects this year. We had a good year last year with our group subjects that we used. You can go and check out my recap video. I'll link it for you here. But today I'm going to chat with about all the new stuff that we're using. We are making a couple of changes this year. Nothing too drastic, but I'm excited for them because they're things I haven't used before. So let's start. Where are we going to start? Let's start with Enrichment Studies. Last year we used Morning Virtues from Gentle and Classical Press. I really liked them. They were great. But one of the things that I struggled with was that they were like unit studies that had to prep throughout the year. And so I just didn't. And we ended up falling off the bandwagon with them a little bit. And so I really wanted to prioritize having something that was sort of like open and go, done at the beginning of the year. And I could just, use it throughout the year without having to do any prep or very little prep. So what I ended up going with is Morning Time from A Gentle Feast. I've never used any of their products before. Obviously, I've known about their company for years. You see it around. And obviously, it's a Charlotte Mason inspired curriculum company. And I liked the look of their Morning Time. It was beautiful. Visually beautifully presented and very well organized, and I really liked that it was 1 year's worth of curriculum in one book, and all I have to do is print out the student pages for each semester, which there are 3 semesters. They're 12 weeks long. It works out beautifully for our schedule, which is 6 week terms throughout the year, and it just fits really well into that. The other thing I liked is that it doesn't have read alouds like literature. It is Bible. There's hymn study, composer study, artist study. What else is there? Folk songs and optional folklore, which we're going to go with Aesop's Fables because I already have that book. And most of my kids fall into the younger category of like the forms that there are. So I'm more than happy to do like a flip through video of that going forward. If that's something you're interested in, I will share a little bit more about it. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to the Bible portion because it's just like a daily scripture reading. And because my son is now reading fluently, he will be able to assist me with that. So it's not all on me anymore. We can take turns reading, and his sister's not that far behind. So I'm looking forward to that. I did end up getting the kids' morning menus, which we've never used before because in New Zealand, it's actually really hard to source them and like the menu holders that aren't like astronomically expensive. So I ended up getting them off of Temu, and they were very reasonably priced. And so each of the kids have their own morning menus where I was able to put a copy of the hymn that we're studying and their poetry recitation and the folk song as well. And so everything's in that book. I think the only 2 additional resources that were required was Then Sings My Soul, which is for the hymn study portion of it. And I already owned that. I've had that for years, so that was easy. And then the other one was Aesop's Fables, or there was I can't remember what the option was for the older students, but I already had a copy of that, so we're good to go there. So it's very simple. I didn't have to purchase anything additionally because I already had the resources. So we're excited to use that this year. I think it'll be quite different and it'll be quite fun. And then let's move on to science, because that is the other change we're making this year. We have used Sunlight Science for the past 2 years and have had a really good experience with them. It's a literature-based curriculum. I think it's perfect for younger students who are doing science because it's just gentle and fun, but also really interesting. My kids have definitely learned from it. However, I wanted something a little bit more challenging going forward, and I did want something that was specifically from a Christian viewpoint. Sunlight is a Christian company, like unapologetically Christian, but they don't always use Christian resources. They use secular literature a lot of the time. And while I'm certainly not somebody who's like, will just ignore the elephant in the room when it comes to different viewpoints about how the earth was created and all of that. My kids know about opposing points of view. I think it would be a huge disservice not to share that with them. But it gets a little bit tiresome having to explain it in every book that we were reading. And I had a really good experience using apologia science when I was a child. It was a game changer for me when it came to science. I had used Abeka up until, I want to say I was about 12 or 13, I think. And I hated science. I found it so dry and boring, and there was no connection for me with it. And then my mom started us on apologia science, and it totally changed everything for me. The way that the textbooks were written was just so well done. I just grew to have a huge love for it. And I wanted the same for my kids. However, we're not using apologia. We are using Berean Builders because the man who authored the apologia books when I was a kid no longer is the author of those. They've been rewritten and they've been written by somebody else. And he now writes the Berean Builders series. And so I actually bought the first book years ago. I got it secondhand on Facebook Marketplace, and I've just held on to it because I wanted it to be the right time. It's more of a textbook, and I wanted my kids to be old enough for that to be appropriate for us to use. And this year is the right year to do that. So I'm so excited. Again, it fits in beautifully with our homeschool schedule. We're going to be studying the 6 days of creation and all of the scientific topics that align with those. I'm so looking forward to it. It looks like a lot of fun. The experiments, there's every lesson has experiments, but they're very, very basic in the sense that it's just stuff you have around the house. I was looking through the supplies list of what we need to have, and I don't know, I maybe needed to buy one thing. Just about everything on there is stuff we have around the home. So yeah, we're going to be doing it family style. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. I think perhaps in the future, as my kids get older, maybe more like high school level, they'll branch off into doing their science individually. But for right now, we're going to continue doing it family style. And I'm really looking forward to it. So it's called Science in the Beginning. That's the first book in the series, and we're going to do it over the course of the year. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Again, I'm more than happy to do a flip through of the resources. If you want to see that, let me know down in the comments below. All right, and finally, our big group subjects package that we have used, this will be our 3rd year using it now, is from Sunlight, and that's our history, Bible, and literature. And we just so enjoyed using their curriculum. We did American history the first year, and then we did an intro into world cultures this last year, which was really great. And then this year we're doing World History 1. So the first year, they did 2 years of world history. So we're going to be doing that, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's been really fun to read different books that I wouldn't have necessarily picked up myself. And it's just great to have it open and go. I love how simple that is. I love that there's poetry incorporated. I'm really looking forward to the Bible aspect of it because it uses theology or theology. I don't know how you're supposed to say it properly. I know it's a play on the word theology. And I actually already had that book, so now I've got 2 copies of it. And we hadn't gone through it all. I've had it for a couple of years. And so I'm looking forward to using that, having a schedule to use it this year and see how the kids do with it. And then obviously all the literature choices are really fun. I'll hopefully do a pan overview of all the books because there's loads that come with it. Big Sunlight fans. I love literature. I love the common like jokes, like the inside jokes that I get with my kids because we've all read the same book together. And like those are the memories that I have from my family and my homeschool growing up. And so I want to continue that for my kids. So yeah, really looking forward to another year of using sunlight and seeing how that goes with my kids. So yeah, I think that's all of our family subjects. I did toy with the idea of doing a foreign language this year. And ultimately, I just decided I wasn't ready to commit to that yet. Teaching 3 kids takes a lot. And next year is just going to be, like this next year is going to be just that little bit more intense. And so we will play it by ear and see how we go. And if it is a right fit, then maybe we'll add it in the next year. I don't know yet. But for now, these are the things that we're going to be doing as a family. And I'm looking forward to like just learning with my kids. It's so much fun and it's such a privilege. So any questions for me, any requests for flip throughs of materials, please go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars,